case you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Hey everybody, it's Will.
This is Thomas.
And we're back with another episode of OK Boomer. First off, I want to thank everybody that's supporting our audio version of the podcast over on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and any place you can get a podcast. Hey, it's free. Just listen to us ramble.
Yeah, let's just ramble. Talk smack.
We've already had like 15 downloads within like the first month and like 20 unique listeners. So people that would just listen to it on the actual platform that they go to.
Yeah, well, I mean, give us some advice, anything that we can do different to make it better for you.
Yeah. If there's a book you want us to cover, just let us know. If there's a Kickstarter you'd like featured on the show, let us know. And we will go from there. Now, during the pre-show, we got stuff. Did you get stuff?
I got a bunch, but I don't have it with me.
Uh-oh. One demerit.
One demerit.
One demerit. So I got
10 points in Gryffindor.
Gryffindor minus 40 points. Plus 80. Oh. So the book that magazine I've been talking about for what seems like 3 years now.
Finally came in.
There were all kinds of setbacks. The guy that spearheaded the project, who came up with everything, he had to move in the middle of everything. So by the time he got moved and settled and got his new studio set up, and there was an issue with the printing, so they had to go back to print. And they had to like reprint it for him. Plus the paper shortage prior to that during the end of COVID. And in the meantime, shipping rates have like quadrupled.
Oh, this is the one you were telling me about.
Yeah. So Passion for Drawing on X/Twitter has been whoring himself out on TikTok for like the last year, doing like live commissions and everything else, and selling like sketch cards and everything else in his TikTok shop to make up the difference in the cash so he can get all these things sent out. So I finally got it. It's gorgeous black and white artwork on the inside. There's a couple of prose stories, and there's an entire D&D module at the end.
Oh, sweet.
So I think maybe one time in the future, maybe we should actually play the D&D module.
I heard they're going to do a new D&D 6th edition.
No, thanks. If we just go back to the first or third edition from TSR instead. But here is the cover of the book, and it is gorgeous.
It is nice.
Let me blow this up.
Tales of Novaterra.
Tales of Novaterra. He created another book a few years back, and this is off the world building. So it's like Conan of his, kind of like Conan-ish stuff of his world.
Yeah.
So that's the front cover, and here's the back cover. Look a little bit like Hordak, but it's not. It's just like one of the villains from one of the stories held within. And I have to. No, that one. No. Here we go. Because this is definitely not safe for work. There's bunch of creators that worked on this. The first story is called "Despite Your Face." The art is done by a guy goes by the name of Doodlebags, and it was written. All the stories were written by most of the stories were written by Paxton. The second story has art from John Joseph Ball, and there's a pull-out pinup that came with it from him. Then there is art by Alan Alonso at the _Howl_comics on X, and then the final comic book story, also written by him, with art by Preston Aceveda, who goes by at Nicky the Pipe on X.
Nicky the Pipe.
The rest of the stories are like prose, short stories, like you would get in the back of like the Conan magazine or comic. It would be like excerpts, usually excerpts from the actual novel. But these are all brand new stories, short stories from people, anywhere from like 4 to 8 pages.
Oh, that's cool. So nothing too terribly long.
No, but I'll show you one of them, and you'll be like, oh, words. Yes, I said that too, but I got to read them. The first story is done by Mark Middleton, who goes by Gingy Gingerton. That's right. He's a ginger. And there's illustrations thrown into that one. A couple of pieces from Simon Pothier, who's got his own IPs and does a lot of like indie work. The next one is written by Edward Winkler, no relation to the Fonz. And Simon draws for that too. And the Guardsman is done by Buzz Edwin Aceveda. He was the one that, remember we had his we highlighted his crowdfunder, the Vikings, the black and white Viking story.
Oh yeah. It
goes on Fund My Comic, yeah. And he's got another one that just funded. It was a Second Chance campaign for a book called Bloodbone. It's like very 90s, like image
art,
like that style. It's a little more cartoony in some cases. It's an ash can that's gonna, so it's the first appearance of the character. The original one had a full chromium wraparound cover.
Oh, sweet.
The second cover was done by somebody else, so the chromium's not available. They're all sold out. But there's, and they for the Second Chance, there's actually a short, like 4-page story in there from another creator too, but using his character, Bloodbone. So he did that. Simon did more work, and then Bill Diaz wrote one, and Max Hedstrom did the art, which is awesome. And then the role-playing corner is Attack on Longholm, written by Rob with illustrations by Clayton Barton, Pat Maxton, and Rob Schaefer, which is Passion for Drawing. So here's like the inside cover with all the stuff I just read.
Yeah, the art is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like a hard stock cover.
Yeah, it's
It'll
pretty,
look like it.
Yeah, it's a very thick cover, and the paper is like nice and thick too. This is the opening page for the Joe Ball stuff.
That's a lot of damn ink.
Oh my God, the detail of his work is crazy. He's the creator that is doing that book that I showed you, Death, Death, Death. It's a 300-page graphic novel in 3 different formats, all hardcovers. So if you bought like all 3 versions, you can get a black and white one, you can get a color one, and you can get one done in manga style. I get the manga one, so I can leave it on my daughter's bookshelf and she'll read it after I'm done with it. She'll at least look at it. his like the right in the middle of the book.
Yeah.
The one-eyed purple people eater up top on that right page.
Yeah. Something chasing the guy.
Yeah, this is the story. There's like a story in here just about the orcs.
Bard's Tales.
Bard's Tales. That's where the short stories come in. Short. Words. That's some Max Hedstrom art right there.
It's not bad either. It's a little lighter. You can tell it's a different artist. The inking's not as heavy.
Yeah. Here's another one of his. There's a lot going on in that picture.
Yeah.
And this starts like the
D&D module.
The D&D module.
Is it? It's magazine size.
It's magazine size, yeah. It starts off, gives you an introduction, like a story overview, and then there's notes for the game master, player hooks, and already pre-made characters to play. It's like a low-level adventure.
I don't want to sound terrible, but those are usually the best. Ooh, the monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Little Fiend Folio stuff, baby. The Sword and the Scroll. Letters to the Studio. That's that's the title for the old Conan magazine letter page.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Swords and Scrolls.
This is the pullout that you saw, like a smaller image. They took that panel, they blew it up into a double spread pullout of Joe Ball's title page.
Oh, cool.
This was an original concept for the cover, and they said we're going to use that as a panel. We're going to shrink it down so it's going to look super tight, and then we're going to blow it up and make it like a pullout. Also included his chromium, chrome sticker for his imprint, which is Dreadvale Studios. Shiny. Look, ooh, squirrel.
Just like a bird skull or something.
Yeah. This is his original character that was in the prior book. And on the back, everybody got a free sketch card that back physically. And this is the one I got. So I got original art with this.
Oh, sweet.
And that's a character actually from somebody else's crowdfunder campaign from 2 years ago.
But it's free original art.
Free original art.
Stop on it. Dad's doing podcasts.
Enough out of you when you go to the Chinese restaurant.
But
I said this wasn't safe for work. And then I got a bunch of books from these were all sale books, so none of the prices are what I paid for them, but I got my first Superman pal Jimmy Olsen book.
Your first?
Never bought one before.
Really?
This one's pretty beat.
Dark Side's of Jimmy Olsen's villain.
Right. This one's a little beat up. It's Superman 300 from 2001.
Yeah, that's a good book, though.
Yeah, it's a great cover. I got some more, another beat up copy of Legion of Superheroes, issues I didn't have.
Yeah.
It's just odd to find issues I didn't have because I've got over a long box of Legion books. So.
Really? God.
And I got this beautiful. This is not my first Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane book, because I've got the first 2 Silver Age appearances of Catwoman. Those are beat to hell. This one, however, is probably like maybe like a 6.5 to 7.0 because there's like a color break in like the bottom corner. But look how gorgeous that cover looks.
Yeah. That's on the Super Dickory site. I may have that one. I'd have to look it up.
Hey, Lois, you're a pain in my ass. So
I'm going to break the damn oxygen.
happy anniversary.
Yeah.
I think we all know that he's just trying to reattach. I got a cool DC Superstars summer special featuring Aquaman, Black Manta, and Orm, Ocean Master.
Oh, I hadn't seen that one. Just in time for the movie.
Oh, don't get me started.
Did you watch it?
I watched like the in-between scenes that they put up there and some other stuff, and it's just cringe. I mean, it still looks great, but I won't mind waiting like a year to see it for free on like, I don't know, Tubi.
Yeah.
I have a copy of this, but it's a really bad copy. So I grabbed this one, which is a much nicer copy.
That was Superman 1.
Yeah.
Dude, you should have hollered at me. I got 2 or 3 copies of that.
And then I bought a bunch of. Hello. Love you too. I'll see you tomorrow. I bought a bunch of like pre-crisis Wonder Woman.
Really? It's cool.
Like 80 stuff. This next one is it's a 3-part story. They used to do the things that would look like a book on it.
Yeah.
So let me show them in order at least.
Did you get any with the Huntress in it?
Actually, yes, this book has her in it. This
Sweet.
is book 1. This is Wonder Woman book 1. This is a 3-issue epic guest starring just about everybody list. Book 1, Judgment and Infinity.
That was good.
Book 2, 7 Against Oblivion. There's Helena Wayne.
What numbers are those?
Let's see. The first one, 291, 292, and 293.
Okay.
And then 293 is Countdown to Chaos. I got a 266. A 314 with Cersei. For some reason, I got two of these, but it's one of the crossovers with the Titans.
Oh, sweet.
It was a 2-parter, so this I think I had the other one, but I didn't have that one. And I probably got them at like 2 different shows and just forgot what I bought. Because I tend to do that a lot.
Yeah.
It's a 316.
Some of the covers for Wonder Woman were so damn awesome.
Yeah. This is stuff from the 80s, and the covers are like still popping.
Yeah.
I got some Infinity Inc. Ultra Humanite.
Did you get any McFarlane?
I thought I did, but it doesn't look like I did. This could possibly be a Todd, but I'd have to like open it up and check. Because that's like number 8. I think that might have been like the last one he did. I've got number 3, but that's a Jerry Ordway cover.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Orway too.
And then I got number 45. It's a crossover with the Teen Titans. So
Hey, I'm out here.
okay.
Sweet, you did get some decent stuff.
So yeah, I got some stuff.
Yeah, the only thing I got to get it, show you. I got my Steve Rude stuff signed from my sister.
Oh, signed for your sister?
Yeah, she got it signed for me for Christmas.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
she called. Apparently, she said that they put it in the mail late, or it was running late, something like that. So she called them because they had hey, call us if you have any questions.
Mhm.
And she talked with Steve's wife, and she's like real apologetic about it. She's like, hey, we're going to throw you something special in for making them, whatever. So they threw another print in signed
Oh, nice.
for free. So yeah,
I got a free signed print for back in the Kickstarter. Like he offered it like late in the game. I think he offered it like later on when he knew there was like a printing delay.
Yeah.
And said he was did a big apology like email through backer kit from Kickstarter.
I've watched the documentary on him. I don't know if you've ever watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's had some issues, but he's leveled back out and he's straight, and he's just the nicest guy, dude. I've talked to him a couple times online, and my sister's talked to his wife. She knows he's probably my favorite working artist. And I know that sounds crazy, but if I had to lay one out, dude, Rude is better than 99% of the people drawing comics. What?
Yeah, and he can draw a comic better than most of the people writing the scripts can tell it. So
Yeah, and the fact that he just like, yeah, dude, I'll send you some more stuff. So I've got multiple things signed by him, and I just have yet to get a chance to meet him in person.
Yeah,
I do have. This is your not safe for work. It shows you how damn old we are. A picture of Steve Rude, the Superman picture I used to have hanging back here before I put the bookshelf up. I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah.
With Superman holding up the rock in the volcano.
Mm-hmm.
I bought that poster in high school, so in the 90s. And it's been in that same frame since the 90s. It's never come out. And it's always been hanging up until recently. And I just always thought it was a joke. If you remember you remember Good Times?
At Ridgemont High?
Huh?
At Ridgemont High?
No.
Good Times, the TV show.
Good Times, the TV show.
Oh, yeah.
With
Dynamite.
With Dynamite. And remember they went down and he had the guy downtown paint a picture of, he said it was Black Jesus, and it was the hobo down the road. And he went back and put it on the wall and took the regular picture of Jesus down. And Mama got so mad, and she said that picture of Jesus has been on the wall since before you were born. You better take that picture of that damn hobo down and put my picture of Jesus back up. That's kind of what I've told the kids about that Superman picture. It's been up there since before you were born. You better leave the damn thing alone.
I forgot this bag right here.
Oh God.
So my girlfriend just came back. She's been at her mom's house with her daughter all week, and they went shopping, and they went rummaging through like the Hot Wheels section.
Oh, sweet.
And she picked out this entire bag of like Hot Wheels cars for me. Now, last year for my birthday, she bought me like the 66 Batcopter. I already had one, but we got it like the week before. But I took hers because she wrote like a little note on it and taped it on it. So I left it the way it was, and I opened the other one. Yeah, I actually opened the toy. So they're just making like all these like variants of like the Batmobiles. They're doing the McFarlane. We're just going to repaint everything.
Yeah.
Like on a weekly basis. It turns out some of those things are worth a crap load of money.
Really?
Some of them are like treasure hunts.
Really? Oh, sweet. That's red.
Is it?
It's like a dark red or maroon, ain't it?
It looks kind of like purple to me.
Okay,
But
maybe it's a screen, but yeah.
maybe it's just like the way the light's hitting it. I haven't even looked at like any of these. Oh, here's like a version of the tumbler.
That's cool. You can't tell me that you didn't recognize your baby out there jumping over rooftops.
Oh, it must be the sketch edition. It's white and black.
Yeah, from looks like the one from the movie.
Yeah, it's the '89 Batmobile, but it's done like it. The way they painted it, it looks kind of like a dog. Like the turbo thing is the nose, and you can see like the eyes and the eyebrows.
Damn it!
But I'm like, I don't know what's in here because I haven't looked at. Oh. Without knowing it, we have our Star Trek mention.
Bull crap, dude. Hot Wheels is not doing those.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus, I got to get some of those.
Hot Wheels Screen Time. This is 2 of 10. This is like the fake Trek universe there with Chris Pine. You can tell because the nacelles are all fat.
They're not fat. They're pleasantly plump. They're big bone, damn it.
This has nothing to do with it. This is just a cool looking car.
A little green one.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, we got a double of that one.
Yeah. I saw the new McFarlane, like the big 1/6 figure Batmobile from the animated series he's doing. It looks good.
Oh, yeah. This looks like the guy that used to make like all the funky cars in the 60s.
Hot rod.
Let me get a ride in your helmet. Oh, thanks.
Did you go around my helmet? No, sir.
There's the animated Batmobile in purple.
Yes.
Passing gasser.
I didn't know Hot Wheels were still going that strong.
Well, I think it's because Matchbox went out of business.
When did they go out of business?
I think just a couple of years ago.
So who the hell's got the license now?
For Matchbox, nobody. Hot Wheels has just basically cornered the market because, at least I think so. New for 2023. It's a Jello mold racer. Catch my dessert. And just like little cars and
Odds and ends.
one more. Now I don't know what this says. It's a special feature. 1 of 10. Hot Wheels art cars from Track Manga.
Huh. Who's the manga on it?
No idea.
No idea.
I'll ask my kid.
She probably rattle it right off.
Yeah. Only if it's one that she watches. Hey, Jason, how are you? Yes, Hot Wheels still going strong.
Yeah, I didn't know they did the damn Star Trek ships. I'm gonna check those out, dude. I love anything.
I've got like
tchotchkes like that.
I've got like a short narrow box over there with like another like dozen Batmobiles. But they made like a short compact 66 Batmobile. It looks like a Rat Fink car.
Rat Fink.
And it turns out that's like a 1 per case car, and it's going for like $75.
You remember, was it last year before last? I was somewhere and I found the new the big light up Star Trek Enterprise, the big, and I got it. They were talking about reselling it, and I just never did. I just put it. I left it in the box, put it in the closet.
Yeah, I don't really have any closets over here, so I hide stuff behind the bookshelves, and it's like in totes and boxes. But I will be getting that bookcase behind me, like all set up with stuff. So
yeah, I noticed that. It's like creeping up on you, like Michael Myers.
So Billy Tucci is back with She Number 1 30th Anniversary Original Art Edition. For the first time ever, the Masterwork that launched the Bad Girl Revolution in the 90s returns in this 112-page original art edition.
So is it like an I would say an ash can, but like unfinished art, basically, like an artist edition?
Yeah, it's like an artist edition. It's got like the entire books in it.
Oh, cool.
But I think it's just like the art. But I've got it. The one that just had, remember the white cover that just like had her face, but it wasn't detailed. It was kind of like the eyes and her lips and eyebrows just like popping out in like the middle of the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one. And then I bought one that was signed, and then I realized I completely forgot that the other one that I had, he signed on the inside.
Damn it.
So this 12 days left on this. I've got the original She Omnibus. I got it like last year. And it's over on the shelf now that I've got, lots of books and stuff up there. I'll pivot the camera around later. But we'll take a look at the trailer quick and see what they got.
Yeah, we'll see some original art.
Hello, everyone. She creator Billy Tucci here, and I'm so proud to announce the launch of our latest Kickstarter campaign, the She Number 1 30th Anniversary Original Art Edition. The groundbreaking masterwork that literally changed the face of comics and launched the Bad Girl Revolution returns in this premium formatted 112-page hardcover edition featuring the never-before-published original artwork from the book that started it all, 1994's She, Way of the Warrior Number 1. The She Number 1 Original Art Edition is literally a project that is 30 years in the making, with every single original art page, penciled inks, hand-painted colors, and letters, all rescanned and digitally remastered back to their original glory. And to celebrate 30 wonderful years, we are also offering lots of other She-related items, including prints, apparel, commissions, coins, and special editions, including the never-before-seen She, Way of the Warrior Number 1 Ash Can, featuring my 32 original penciled pages. And the best part, all 112 pages are complete and ready for press and a quick fulfillment. We just need your help to fund it. Thank you for an amazing 30 years. We are forever appreciative of your amazing support, your faith, and together, we are all She Strong. Thanks a lot.
It might just be me, but if he didn't draw, he'd be selling us used cars. Sorry, Billy.
Yeah.
So the
art
goal,
looked good though.
Oh yeah, the goal on this was 5,000. Obviously, blew past that. It's at 44,013. 12 days to go. A whole bunch of unlocked stretch goals. And it's not unlocked yet, but the next stretch goal that has been announced is there's going to be a sewn-in satin bookmark ribbon for the book.
Oh, cool. Those are always classy.
And it's cool how it's like it's like a colorway right here. So
like the first 4 or 5 issues is how much what's in it then?
Oh no, this is just the first issue.
Well, it's 121 pages.
Yep. pencils and inks, full color, retouched.
Oh, so it's got all of it in there.
Yep.
Okay, I got you.
And the pencils up ash can. First ever 8-inch acrylic tree standee. Original art edition. Signed.
That's what I was saying. It looks like a remark or something.
Yeah, t-shirts, hats, card binder. HD pearlized metal edition. So it's metallic hardcover with like inlaid pearls on it.
Oh, sweet.
30th anniversary she coin.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah. You can get them to do cover quality commissions. So like on the blank cover of like the pencils up, straight up commissions. So take a look here. Digital edition of it is $15. The She 30th anniversary celebratory pin is $17. The pencils up ash can is $20. The standee is $20. Ball cap is $25. The coin is $25. Way of the Warrior blank cover edition is $25. And also you can drop down menu, add on like a commission cover sketch from Billy on it. She 30th anniversary t-shirt. Not big enough for me. Cod binder is $35. 2XL and 3XL t-shirts, still not big enough. $40. And the original art edition is $50. 30th anniversary remark print is $50. Shirt and cap combo is $60. Shirt and cap combo for a slightly larger people with $65. The She 30th print gallery, so you can get all the prints for $90. And the She 30th anniversary bundle is $100. So it's the hardcover of the artist edition. It's the pencils up cover. It's the Cloisonne anniversary pin and the 30th anniversary coin. Sketch cover edition. So if you want to buy a sketch cover from them, you get the book and the sketch for $100, which is pretty cheap.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap for a sketch.
Yeah, the 30th anniversary HD Pearl Metal Edition is $140. One of everything, please, is $575. Now all I can hear is Queen singing "I Want It All." She 30th original art sketch edition. That's what we saw. That's where that panel's from.
Yeah.
So this page, it's like a tip plate that they put in. He does the original sketch on it. That's $150. And full blown like 11 by 17 commissions are like $7.99. Not like they are. It says it right there, $7.99.
It's cool.
So that was. I figured we'll do a double take. Last week we checked out the David Finch art book for his Marvel stuff, and This week we'll check out the Billy stuff. We'll see what's floating around next week.
What was the last money? The last money amount you saw the David Finch art book?
Oh God.
I haven't even looked. I'm curious now.
I don't know, like $1 million. Oh, Jason knows Chad Townsend. Black Phantom collects Hot Wheels. Cool. I used to collect Matchbox cars when I was a kid, and I had a bunch of antique ones, and then I got stupid, as 21-year-olds will, and I sold it for like a tenth of the value to this jerk's stepfather. The money I got like $500 because there are a bunch of antique ones with like small pieces, like construction pieces that had like metal girders and like stuff from like the 50s and 60s.
So he's got 19 days left to go. Do you want to take a guess?
Like around 150?
Not quite. 130.
Pretty damn close. $130,000.
Yeah. Did he ever add any awards? No, dude. It's like you can get the regular paperback for 50 or the hardback for $100.
Oh, they changed it. It was the hardback for 50.
Limited edition book with Just Jacket, $100.
Yeah, but that's sold out.
Yeah, all gone. Yeah. So literally the only thing you can get now is the paperback, hardcover edition. It's not a paperback. It's, hardcover edition. Yeah.
Like I'd pay $50 for a hardcover edition.
Yeah.
I will not pay $50 for a paperback. That's probably why I never bought like the big giant Walking Dead compendium, because they came out and it was like, cool, it's got like the first 100 issues. First 50 issues rather. It was like $100. I go, I paid $18. I got the whole run digitally.
Damn it.
Sad point is it's just going to sit on a hard drive, and I'm probably never going to read it. The show burnt me out. The creepy stuff that I bought digitally, I will definitely go back.
Yeah. I've been trying to read the creepy as I've been getting them in hardcover, soft cover, depends.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, when guys get older like you, sometimes they need the depends.
Damn it, man.
So I want to give a quick plug to our friend Thomas Hull from World at War Comics in Kingsville. He has successfully funded. There's a day and a half left, and he's doing a huge giveaway as a thank you to everybody that supported him, shared his stuff out and everything on the World at War Comics YouTube channel tomorrow at 3:00 Pacific. So that's like dinner time for us. He's going to be giving stuff away like every 10 minutes.
Oh, sweet.
He's giving away indie comics that he bought doubles of, specifically as giveaways. Some of them are like complete miniseries. Some of them are like signed variant covers. He's given away like 10 copies of Kingsville #1. He's given away some of his poker chips that have the cover of one of the issues of cover A of #1 and cover A of #2 on the poker chips. He's giving away doubles of McFarlane figures.
Oh, sweet.
He's even giving away 2 exclusive San Diego McFarlane figures away. The 85th anniversary Superman one, which I personally didn't care for, was the one that they just kind of like splash painted like red and blue on them.
Yeah.
It looked like a college did a fraternity prank and dumped buckets of paint on a statue. But it's still like super limited because it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. It's for like the 85th anniversary of Superman. And then there was a Batman one. He's got like one of the 12-inch Flash statues and a bunch of like exclusive pops and some imported Optimus Prime stuff. And so it's 3 p.m. Pacific time. Because he's out in California. But that's tomorrow. I thought I wasn't going to be able to go and check it out, but turns out my girlfriend's back home and she has to go to work tomorrow. So I will be sitting back here trying to win some stuff.
Oh, well, I'll be at work. Oh, well, that was fast. Whiz Comics, number 2. You picked this one out because you never read it. I don't think I've ever read this one.
I've never read it because I've got 2 of the Shazam Treasury editions, but I don't have this one.
Really? It is reminiscent. The cover, we were talking about that last week. It is very reminiscent of Action Comics number 1. It's a little bit more violent, but very reminiscent of Action Comics number 1.
Yeah, I was taken aback by one of the lines that we'll see in a little while. But for anybody who doesn't know, there's a big story behind like Fawcett Comics and the original Captain Marvel.
Yes.
The only Captain Marvel. Sorry, Marvel fans. DC bought Fawcett Comics to put them out of business because Shazam was burying Captain Marvel. Shazam was burying the Superman titles.
Yeah. But now they sued them originally for copyright infringement. And
they tried.
I thought they won.
No, Marvel's.
Not Marvel, DC. I thought they won.
Did they win?
And that's why they had to end up buying it from Fawcett because Fawcett was forced to sell it to them.
Yeah. And then they put out that like in the 70s because they had the TV show.
Yeah.
Which if you scroll through Creators Outlet, I think it's episode 15. I actually sat down and interviewed Jackson Bostwick, who was the original Captain Marvel on TV in the 70s.
Oh, sweet.
So they got it. They put out like the 70s, and I've gotten a bunch of them. I don't have a number 1 yet because that's still high up there. And I've got a number 20 somewhere. It looks like it got dropped in a mud hole and somebody ran it over with their 4-wheelers a couple of million times. Because I had it off the spinner rack from when I was a kid. I used to roll because I watch Shazam in the afternoon, go outside and play, bring my Shazam comic with me in case my friends were like in the house eating. I'd be able to read it for like the 50th time. I just thought it was a cool cover. I didn't find out till about 20 years ago that it was the first appearance of Black Adam in DC Comics.
Damn it.
And it's worth a shit ton of money.
It was.
It was until The Rock played Black Adam. And now it might be on a wall for $20.
Damn it.
But then there was the Marvel suit because they didn't produce any Captain Marvel Shazam books at DC for X amount of years, and then they tried to sue Marvel when Marvel came out with Captain Marvel.
Yep, and then they changed it to Marvel,
and then it ended up becoming so they couldn't call the big red cheese Captain Marvel anymore.
Yep.
Although the only part of the second Shazam movie from DC worth watching, the actor that played Billy Batson on the TV series was in that movie, dressed up in basically the exact same outfit that he wore day in and day out on that show. Never changed. And he's walking his dog as the new the newer version of Captain Marvel is getting his butt kicked. And everybody's cheering him on. Come on, you got this. And he yells, "Go get him, Captain Marvel!" And I'm like, I don't think DC cares if Disney tried to sue him over it. So
No.
But that was the only good part of that entire movie.
I didn't realize this was from 1940. I mean, this is like, dude, he's like the third superhero, maybe the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman was right around the time, and Captain America. So, I mean, and then you got all the other ones.
There's a reason we call this the Golden Age.
Yep.
That and the fact that we wish we could all pay 10 cents for comics.
Damn, dude, yes. So cover is reminiscent of Action 1. Like I said, Superman's picking up a car on that one and crashing it with the bad guys in it. And Shazam, to one-up Superman, just slings the damn car into a brick wall.
As the guys go flying out of it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Whiz Comics was like an anthology. It's all shorts. It's all like short stories.
Yes, and I read them all. I got all the way through Scoop Smith, and it's been a day, dude. I've been up since like the butt crack of dawn. I got up, went outside, and woke the chickens up. So I missed the last two, so we could skip them. But I did enjoy. I actually really enjoyed the origin of Captain Marvel. The thing that got me is, okay, this is I don't say critique, but looking at it from a modern perspective and reading the book, it reads fairly modern. I mean, it is not really bogged down with words like a DC book at this time.
Yeah.
Or a Marvel book. It reads pretty quickly. The other thing that kind of got me is I don't say the expositions, but the descriptions of what's going on seem to be out of place. Like here, we got Marvel Comics, like the first one right here. We see Billy Batson calling for papers. He's selling them. And then it's like night in the city. They should have moved this over so you read the city first, night in the city first in the papers. And you can see it as it goes through the book. A lot of times something will happen and the description of what the hell's happening is below the dialogue. It's a little weird. But that's where they're trying to figure it out. But yeah, so Billy Batson's selling newspapers, and we find out he's a freaking orphan sleeping in the damn subway, and the guy's like, "Follow me." So Billy, just skips whole stranger danger shit and follows.
I'm like, I know back in the 40s, because I used to hear stories from my mother and my dad's mother, and well, I think in the good days we didn't have to lock our doors.
Yeah,
we did, but we didn't have to. We could leave our doors like wide open, and we wouldn't care. Neighbors would drop by for coffee or just to say hello, and not anymore.
No,
you drop by for coffee now, you get shot.
Yeah, unless I know you're coming. But so he follows down into the subway, and this freaking Art Deco damn subway car pulls up with no driver.
Yeah, the Kryptonian Express. Oops.
Yeah, kind of. And they get inside of it, and then they follow it to the end of a cave, and there's a giant cavern. And they get out. The car stopped at the end of the line. The boy and his phantom companion step out on the platform resembling the mouth of a weird subterranean cave. And then, of course, he's a little nervous. He falls down. There's these giant 7 statues there. I can't remember what the last one is, but, and they're all, pride, envy, greed, hatred, selfishness, laziness, and what's the last one? Injustice?
Gluttony.
It doesn't look like gluttony. But yeah, seven deadly
I was like, he looked short and fat, and I'm like, oh, never mind. That's just my reflection in the screen.
damn it, seven deadly dis. Yeah, so he like right here, they got the picture. And then mastering his courage, it's a little off.
Yeah.
The old man sitting on a marble throne as captain speaks. That should have been on top. And then well, so he goes in and he's introduced to the wizard Shazam. He says, how do you know my name? And Shazam tells him, he says, I see everything. He's got a freaking super television that shows him what the hell's going on, the historama. And of course, he does have on the wall behind him his name written out. And he tells Billy that he's using his powers for years to fight evil in the world. And this is where we get all of the strength of Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
The wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. For 3,000 years I've used my wisdom, strength, stamina, power, courage, and speed of the gods have given me to battle the forces of evil, which every day threaten to extinguish man from the earth. That, son, and during that time I've seen everything, throughout the highest and the lowest. I've watched you from the moment you were born on the screen. Your wicked uncle drove you from his house to make your own way in the world after your parents died, leaving. So, dude, his parents died. He went to his uncle, and apparently they left him an assload of money. And the uncle wanted it all, so he threw him out and made him an orphan.
He threw him out and then lied and told everybody that, oh, no, he's dead too.
Yeah, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So he keeps talking to him, and then he notices there's a giant ass block of concrete up there that has like a little bitty string holding it up that's frayed. But yeah, all my life I fought injustice and cruelty, but I'm old. My time is almost up. You shall be the successor merely by speaking my name, the mightiest man in the world, Captain Marvel. Speak my name. And he does, Shazam. And then, of course, the lightning, and Billy turns into Shazam. I salute you henceforth. I shall be sacred duty to defend the poor and helpless, right wrongs, and crush evil. And he's like, yes, sire. And kind of the old man finishes up, and then he tells, Shazam, speak your name again, and you'll return back to your form. So he does. And as he does, the damn concrete falls down and smushes the wizard. It's like, okay,
this is reminiscent of DC originally killing Joker in his first appearance.
I'm like, damn. So Billy goes back to his normal life, and he's like, oh, it's all a dream. And the next morning, he's selling papers, extra. It's, mad scientist threatens U.S. radio system, demands $50 million. Give me a paper, kid. Damn hoodlums. I want to read about the boss. You fool. Shut up. Let's get going. So Billy hears them talking about the boss, and he kind of puts two and two together and follows them to a big deluxe apartment building, and he gets chased away by the doorman, his doorman powers. So Billy decides to go to
Doorman Moo.
Doorman Moo. I've got to see Mr. Morris. It's important. You can't see him. Get out or I'll throw you out. Unable to trail the strange men to their apartment, Billy calls on Sterling Mowers to tell him what he heard on the radio. So Billy breaks past the dude and runs in there to talk to the guy. I've got something to tell you about the Phantom Scientist. It's all right, Raymond. Let the boys stay. I followed him to the Sky Tower Apartments where they were going. Sky Tower, admitting that's nonsense, boy. Why don't you tell me they live in City Hall or the capital of Washington? Yeah, see, here's it is. Billy silly tells the stranger suspicious looking. That should have been at top. There's no serious matter, boy. I'm in no mood for joking. You better go before I lose my temper. So Billy finally tells him, what if I prove it to you? Will you give me a job? And the guy's like, yeah, no problem. I'll give you a job. And he sets off to prove what the hell he's been telling the guy. So he takes an elevator to a building across from the towers, the Sky Tower Apartments.
Mhm.
And he doesn't believe it, but he says the word, and he turns into Captain Marvel, which allows him to easily leap across the chasm to the next building, where he goes in there and he finds, dude, this guy looks like Gorzola or Gonzola, I can't remember, from Evil Dead, not Evil Dead, Judge Dredd. You fools, won't I demand the radio station money forever if they don't give it to me? So time passes up, and he's going to use his device to block out all the radio signals as Shazam breaks in, crashes through the window, and picks old dude up and slings his ass into the radio equipment. And, of course, another man makes his escape, gets into the elevator, but Shazam is strong enough to peel the door off the elevator and then grab onto the damn cable and pull the guy back up. Elevator
Even with
and all
that grease on it.
Yes. He hauls the car back to the penthouse and knocks the guy out.
We need to take Captain Marvel to the county fair so he can win that grease pig contest.
Grease pig contest. Yeah. Will Silva, you're end of your radio science. No will end me. We'll meet again, Captain Marvel. His work completed, Marvel confronts the scientist and breaks the screen. We'll meet again, and when we do, you'll be behind bars or dead.
Dead.
Dude, yeah, they're not like pulling any punches back in the day. This is some
Republic serial shit.
Yeah. I guess I ought to hold on to our friend. So he changes back in front of everybody to Billy Batson and calls the newspaper reporter or the radio reporter, who comes out. He explains everything, and he's like, hey, can I get that job now? Yeah, it's yours. You'll be known as Billy Batson Radio Reporter. Billy Batson Radio Reporter. Oh, boy. Here's to where we go into town. Me and you and who else? Oh, nobody, just me and the microphone. That's all. So Billy almost just spills the beans that he's Shazam. But I don't think the guy would have believed him. Billy almost let the cat out of the bag that time. Don't fail to be on hand next month when he and Captain Marvel go to town.
So this is the first appearance of Captain Marvel.
First appearance of Captain Marvel.
First appearance of Dr. Savannah.
Yep. Shazam. All of the first appearances.
The Wizard, everything. Billy's boss, the radio station that they end up naming after this comic. Because later on, he's working at the radio station, and then in the 70s, they updated it so he's working at the TV station, so he's a cub reporter at Whiz TV.
Whiz TV. Well, I'm going to tell you, for a first issue from the 40s, it read very well, and the art was actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It was much better than I was expecting. All the art in the issues I read were actually really good. I wanted to go back and look up and see who did the art, but I haven't had a chance. Now, this is Ibis, the Invincible, the second story. And, of course, they're at a dang museum in town, and they're talking about a mummy here that has got an ibis on it, which is the symbol for rebirth.
Yeah.
I guess he won't come back to life beginning before the morning, but as soon as they leave, he does. And he's got the ibis staff, which, or the ibis stick, which he commands, and it pretty much does anything he wants. So he commands it to make him close, and it puts him in a damn red turban with a black suit, and he heads out into the city.
The first thing that I thought was a flashback to another book we covered where Zatara gets killed.
Oh yeah.
And this looks like Zatara's arch nemesis in that book.
Yeah, and he has to go. They have to go to the it's not the negative zone, but they go wherever to save him. So Ibis walks along the street, and finally there's a big old breakout. They'll be killed. They can't stop. It's a lady who's stepped out in front of a damn fire truck, and Ibis uses his magic wand and a spell to create a damn tunnel that the train goes under. And it comes up. And then when it comes up, he goes around, does a few things. I want to book, passage to Egypt. There's a, ship sailing. It's $400 fare. And he just conjures the money, bloop, and gives it to the guy who looks shocked because where the hell did this money come from? Then as he leaves, he sees a desolate family who's been kicked out of their house, dude. This is sad shit. And he's like, hey, don't worry about it. So don't give me a worry. I'll give you a new house. So he transforms their hovel into this beautiful house and gives her the damn deed to it immediately. And, she's all, thank you. And I do like how the hell nobody seemed to notice that he created a giant plastic gangplank that went from the dock to the ship, and he ran all the way to the ship.
Yeah, that was like a little crazy, yeah.
And then this is cool. We get our little history lesson here. A few nights later, lights out the captain. We're in the war zone now. Those waters are full of enemy submarines. So the war is full blown on here, and they're blowing up enemy submarines. And they go to blow up the one that Billy's on, but he turns the bomb around. He reverses the course of the torpedo, and it instead blows up the sub. Now, as strong as he is in this book, they could have used him to do some other stuff. Yeah. He makes it to the ancient ruins looking for his lost bride. And he sits there, the civilization has gone mad as the U.S. is bombing the living crap out of Israel. Not Israel, but Egypt. Excuse me. Ibis reaches the heights of the European city and the heights of a terrific area. The city's almost been destroyed. This is horrible destruction. It must cease. And he's strong enough to create a force field over the entire city.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah. And, of course, they see the bombs not landing, so they kind of give up. And the people are like, hey, there's no food. We're going to starve to death. So he just creates food out of thin air. And it's as tall as the damn building next to it. And now, can you direct me to the museum? So he does, but unbeknownst to him, there's a burglar following behind him, and he goes and wakes up his true love he's been looking for, Princess Tia. And as she comes out, she's still in the glass cage, but before he can release her, the pickpocket runs by and grabs the damn wand. And of course, he turns around and stops and chases after him because he's powerless without it. And he leaves Tia there, stuck in a glass case. Yeah,
Next issue, Cleopatra under glass.
Cleopatra under glass. Maybe under a rug. So this story we can kind of skip over if you want to. Golden Arrow. This is Green Arrow before Green Arrow. This is Tarzan's knockoff.
Yep. So I found the information on the book.
Oh, did you?
Yep. The writer, colorist, and editor for this entire book are all Bill Parker, and C.C. Beck was the artist on the entire thing.
Oh my God! So those two dudes did everything.
They did the entire book, and Whitford H. Fawcett just took credit as the executive editor.
Well, the damn writing is good. The art is really good. Colors are nice.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was the same guy. I figured on one or two of the stories it was the same guy, but on all the stories he did.
Yep. It just lists. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, it's a drop down menu. My bad. So. Okay, so the Captain Marvel story is all Bill Parker. Wrote it, colored, and edited. C.C. Beck did all the pencils and inks. On Ibis was Bill Parker and C.C. Beck. Golden Arrow was Bill Parker, pencils and inks by Pete Costanza, and colored by Bill Parker.
Didn't Costanza go on to do other work?
Yes, I think so. I'll click on him to see what else he did. The next story is Spy Smasher, which I thought was kind of cool because back in like the 80s, early 90s, Spy Smasher was my favorite goofy villain for Captain America.
Really?
That one was written by Bill Parker, and he colored it as well. C.C. Beck did all the art. Then there's the Scoop Smith, who's like the
Sam Spade.
Yeah, Sam, kind of like but he's like a reporter. So yeah, like a Sam Spade or Jimmy Olsen with balls. Written and colored by Bill Parker, and the art, pencils and inks were done by Greg Duncan.
Oh, sweet.
And then the Lanzo Casey story, like the sailor with his monkey, a boy and his monkey. Oh dear.
He said monkeys need loving too.
Yeah. See my monkey, touch my monkey. Wrong show. Was written by Bill Parker and penciled and inked by Bob Kingett.
Dang it.
And the final story, Dan Dare, Seals of Doom, was written and colored by Bill Parker and penciled and inked by Greg Duncan.
I hope Bill Parker got paid.
I hope so. I don't think he's around anymore.
Yeah. So he did a lot of work on this book.
Yeah, and Pete Costanza, his work history, penciler, inker, color, cover artist, creations. There's like, and then there's links that you can go to for images as pencil work, ink work, and cover artist. So I'll click on the cover artist to see what we got. I didn't ask for an ad. Go away. Now,
Say it's not about what you asked for.
Yeah, I don't think this could be the same Pete Costanza that he worked in comics for like 1,000 years. Because that was 1940.
Yeah.
Unless this is his son, because it lists his cover art as doing the cover for Batman Bruce Wayne Earth 22, which is Joker Who Laughs, Lantern Corps stuff, the Batman villains, Superman Clark Kent, Santa Claus.
So he's still drawing.
Aquaman and Wonder Woman stuff.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, he's still definitely working.
And he worked on Captain Marvel Adventures, Volume 16. Volume 1, like the collected editions. And there's like a whole bunch of pictures, and then there's like file pictures of like a lot of his work for like Whiz Comics, 103, 106, 108, and 126.
Damn.
So he worked on the original Captain Marvel forever.
Well, his art's really good. It's very clean compared to some of the other art of the time.
Yeah.
So we got Golden Arrow here, and the story starts out with Golden Arrow's parents. His dad's creating a new lighter than air dirigible fuel, which is going to be easy to produce and will allow them to get up off the air, and it's not as flammable as the current fuel. So he's trying to prevent another Hindenburg.
Yeah.
Of course, to test it, he builds a giant balloon, and he's going to go all around the world to show them how well his fuel does and everything else. And they take off from the majestically great balloon begins to leave the ground, the journey from the Atlantic to the facility. And of course, they head out. They're super happy just to be out, but it doesn't take them long to get to, Egypt. And they get to Egypt, and here's a, say a drug lord's house, but they got a big wall all the way around it. All the doors are locked, and the houses are inside. And with some luck, Parsons sees a secret worth millions of balloons. Brad Braddock, outlaw ammunitions supplier, spies from his $3 million ranch house. And the actual balloon goes out, but they have to change the landing format so that good old Steve doesn't break every bone in his body. He just breaks his damn feet.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we got our rednecks here that see it, and they're going to shoot the balloon down, but they don't. Unharmed for his danger, Professor Parsons and his would-be Bailey are left towards death. So Parsons is actually a kind of a recurring character, and we find out here that he's helping, unbeknownst to him, Shazam, who,
he's not helping Shazam.
Well, you know what I'm saying. He saves him.
Yeah.
And provides him cover later. But the mountain lion escapes, and when Captain Marvel sees it, he's like, "Look, buddy, will you pay some money and we'll relieve him?" So he finally does, and he gives him like $20. And after that, the grandpa just unloads and kills the mountain lion. Unhurt by his attitude. Danged if you ain't a little cute tyke, Georgia. Gaga, not Georgia. Nugget takes the baby outside. That's his name, Nugget. Leaving the child behind along in the black back barricades along with the trial left by the mountain lion. So that's what happened. The murdering thieves sent suddenly by fantastic eyes. So he goes out and he finds the thieves, and he doesn't do anything right now, but goes back and sees the baby. And as he grows up, we discover that he's getting stronger and stronger. He's strong enough to pin a bear. He can outrun a damn antelope.
First appearance of shirtless bear fighter right here.
Shirtless bear fighter. That was supposed to be real good. And hell, he's smart enough to actually shoot the head off a snake to keep it from biting his adopted father. And then we discover the arrows are made out of solid gold. So the arrow goes to make the guards. He doesn't even carry the gold into the guards anymore at the restaurant because he's afraid they're all going to want them.
It's kind of a cool trope to his arrows are solid gold, but why would you make a weapon out of something that was a soft metal?
Yeah. Well, he did not think. At the Golden Arrow suspends the magnificent white stallion, leader of black and white horses. So he saves his horse and he rides out to find the old man in the house who's had a heart attack. And he takes him back, and the old man finally tells him, your father's name was Parsons, Bill Parsons, and Brad Braddock had him murdered along with other people. To buy the damn property that his dad owns, the 75 acres he's got all the blueberries on, grind them into the ground, and then put another damn plant there. Put something. And Shazam's a little like, I don't know if I could do this. And
you mean Golden Arrow?
Yeah, Golden Arrow, not Shazam. Golden Arrow is. So he slips away and heads into town, where he does find the kind of like the head of the mob here. I could have sold it during the last war, but I held on to it. Now, with another war growing, you can ask, what can we get with it? And, you know, Billy just makes it in there. They call me Green Arrow. They call me Golden Arrow, but my real name is Roger Parsons. Never heard of you. What do you want? I want the formula you stole from my father, Professor Paul Parsons. Give me a break. You know, it's a lie. Get him, bonk. Yeah, dude, they did not have very original names for the damn higher muscle here. Bonk and Bruiser Head or something. Where's it at? Yeah. So anyway, they attack, but Golden Arrow's actually good enough to draw his bow fast enough and shoot the weapons out of their hands. And all the time while they're doing that fighting, well, he has to run and get some more ammo because he's running out. But the three amigos there managed to force themselves into a safe room. And, you know, while they're in the safe room, Billy heads off to find what he needs. You know, of course, he finds more headlines. You know, mysterious odor gives gas formula to armed experts and the police. And they discover that the U-boats at this time are sinking anything that comes into or out of America, because they didn't want America into the war. Yeah, I'm sure. Continue to follow the adventures in Whiz comics. Yes, Spy Smashers. Is this the one you read?
Yeah.
I wonder if the dollar amounts are a little off.
Yeah, I think they were all the money that's quoted all through all these stories seems like 2023 prices.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be $20,000 to, you know, kind of retrofit an aircraft carrier and straighten it up, but nothing's wrong with it. Then, you know, in Egypt, they send a balloon in to damn blow up the side of a ship. And, you know, meanwhile, up ahead, there's the Navy dirigible is stolen from the mooring mast and vanishes out of the chase. The giant submarine equipped with very modern safety device meets the sub. So it goes down, the damn balloon does, and it crashes into the rocks outside of the river. And then, of course, now we get some little talking here. I tell you where these things were not accidents. In Washington, home of Colonel Navy. See, that should have been up top.
Yeah.
I don't know why it got on my nerves, but I had to reread some of it twice. So there's Pat with his girlfriend or fiance. They're going to get married. Whoever the leader is a genius. And all he can talk about is bringing these guys to justice. What about the Filipino of yours? Zambu, he's not a chance. He doesn't speak a word of English. Besides, he isn't even brave enough or clear enough. Sorry to brush you off like this, Virginia. Those powers got to get us up powerful in the morning. I know, dear. Phone me tonight for a good night. So he heads off, leaves his fiance, and heads to where he thinks they've taken the actual chemical formula and everything. And he bumps into the mob. I do not like the mobster's face mask.
Yeah.
It looks like damn Cobra Commander.
Yeah, like a grifter thing.
Yeah. So they head in, and of course they're opening the damn safe. They get all that out. Spy Smasher, let's get out of here. Meanwhile, Count Dracula there's taking the damn formula back to the boat where he's going to take off, and he does. Spy Smasher swiftly comes back to the roof where he had launched his crusades, and Spider Cut considers a long craft comparing the airplane to the speedboat and Supreme. So he heads off, and finally he finds the damn, what do you want to call it? He finds the damn dilapidated deck just thrown to the side. And he's like, this has got to be it. So he heads in, and while he's heading in, the guy's ship goes down, and of course they get picked up later. And then the next day they go to see his buddy, who has created a set of brass knuckles and weight that he can hold in his hand to try and just deal with it. Moments later, started by the leader. Well, that makes those plans a task. You won't keep me long, Spy Smasher. No. So he beats him up, and they haul ass. But as they haul ass, there's a big fight. Was it here?
You know, the next page.
Next one. Anyway, not Perry, but the guy in charge of the newspaper decides to give Elaine a big raise. He gives her like a $6,000 raise because we find out she's working for just barely above minimum wage at the time. I guess here, $19 an hour. You're always anxious to find Admiral Corby in the answer of this month's next issue of Whiz Wizard. The Scoop Smith story was pretty good. I don't know, how far did you get? Did you read the whole thing?
I read almost the entire thing, yeah.
Yeah, so we're about the same. And they head off. Scoop's actually going to try and figure out the list of former employees who stole some paperwork. And they're afraid it's going to go. They do head off because shortly after that, they discover that the museum was broken into, and the only thing they took is the damn Ice Obscura and the damn airplane. Mm-hmm. Or not airplane, but the crematory box. And they head off. He says, when we get there, friend, you'll see. But I'm already feeling sick. Most interesting. Please sit down, gentlemen. So they get a little plastered so they're not as upset. And they go see the man who actually owns the damn train. He's sitting at his desk, with light coming in behind him. And he's, why the hell haven't you sent somebody down to fix our drills? Well, we don't have anybody. But dude, I'm so tired of that. So they don't have anybody. And they're going to use, the Joker he's going to use the reverse engineered chemical formula that he has and kill everybody in the theater. So he just turns it on. And thank God Dr. Allen here has enough wits about him to get an Allen wrench to disconnect the damn on-off switch in the Hansel system. And of course, they do capture Billy again, and they put him up on the wall and nail him down with crucifix, feeling the straps slacking toward my lungs. He does try and knock one or two of them out, but he ends up being on the wall, and they tell him, look, we're going to try and forget this and put it behind us if you'll let us. But if you won't, it's over. So he goes to sleep after he chokes this old man. And when he does, the next day, the old man's dead. They shoot him. And they head him out. Everybody wishes him, hey, good luck. He was a marvelous guy. No problem. The boy's taking a nap. What else? How would you like to do a little road trip? So Grandpa gets him to go out, and he goes up toward the top of the North Pole where they can look at all the trees that they don't have. They go to South Pole, excuse me. Lance O'Casey. This story is good. It's easy to follow, but I had questions as to what the hell was really going on. And I understand Lance saves the day by stopping the Nazi breakdown of the, sewing pads and everything else, because he should have already had it, but he doesn't. So he heads off, and Lance manages to pull up onto a boat. I guess he's wanting to be by himself, and he starts rearranging stuff. So he cleans out the pet shop and puts him a cot in there. And meanwhile, while he's doing that, here comes one of the friends back to the drug house to let them know that he's out. We're going to have to really watch what the hell we do. And of course, the guy with the glasses is like, hey, you ever tried to kidnap anybody? This dude's as big as me. And he's got an attitude. No, you're not kidnapping him. After driving in the hooligans are counting in the village. So they're getting to count each other while what's-his-face goes out and finds black footprints in the water. And it's also in the zoo, they see some. So, but in the water, now there's a frigate that tricks out. Late at that night, the gate, Brian should anchor the drops from your belongings in Highland. So they head out down the river, and eventually they get into a big ass fight. What's-his-face goes to take off, and they blow up the damn helicopter. And that's kind of it. This story didn't really do it for me.
No. It was just a little loose.
Yeah, just a guy ended up kidnapping a lady, and she's a magic trick person. She's got her tiger and some foods, and the guy's going to shoot her. And he's doing it out of revenge because he's mad he lost 11 years of his life. So he does that while Cap throws the damn shield at him to see what the hell. So the terrified natives scatter to their jungle, and propped up machine gun Lance doors broke down. So here comes Lance, the lion there, and he's tearing the doors down because the little bitty lap cats ain't cut. They do finally manage to subdue the panther, but when they do, they have to end up getting him some more like decorations or something for his credit card. But before he can do that, the damn tiger eats him. Yeah, it's got to suck.
Poetic justice, kind of.
Yeah, the dinghy's gone, the small board, and the small native guard who Lance showed me swimming here through barracuda infested waters would be injustice. Hold tight, Mr. Hogan. So they're actually not going to swim through the damn shark infested waters. They're going to catapult to the rock, which they do. And, you know, of course, as they talk for a little bit, Brian manages to convince them, and they let him stay on the boat as the acting commander-in-chief. Yeah, I didn't get this part, dude. Seals of Doom. Sorry, y'all. I was just tired. Looks like it's the last story, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to read it tomorrow. Lucky 7 contest. What in the hell is that?
So it was kids would write letters in, and there's like rules and stuff. Follow these simple rules, which is in the small print. And the best one gets a $25 cash prize, then a $10, then a $5, and then the 10 after that get like $1 a piece, which would buy you 10 comic books. So
For dinner, yeah.
Yeah, and I was at that part because I was reading it when I was sitting with my girlfriend earlier, and I go, "Hey, I wonder if this coupon's still good." I'm like, "Oh no, January 15th, 1940. It's a couple weeks out of date."
It's out of date, yeah, a little bit.
Just a couple weeks. Just a couple weeks, yeah.
So they had that's the contest there. And then, hey, kids, read a surprise magazine, Mechanic Illustrated, learn all about airplanes, tools, speedboats, and vintage models. That sounds actually really good. It'd be kind of cool to dig up a couple of those.
Get you in some learning.
Yeah. And then last but not least, this is the back of the book. You can get this beautiful desk for only $1 damn.
It's made out of cardboard.
Is it?
For $1? Even in 1940? Yeah, it's cardboard. I don't know how that typewriter is going to balance on that.
Yeah, it says trimmed to sturdy fiberboard. So, yeah. But, hey, it's $1 desk, and you can get a typewriter with it.
A typewriter is what we used to have to do to write letters before computers.
Damn it. There are very few not cartoons, but ads in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It's a true 64-page book because they were 3 ads on the back and like 1 or 2 in the front, and that's it.
Well, 1, it was 1940. There wasn't a lot of ad money going around. And 2, it's like their second issue. So it's the first appearance of Captain Marvel. So they're like, who?
Damn it.
He's like Superman, only better. And in the future, we're going to outsell him, and they're going to put us out of business.
It was a really good issue. Big thing, like I said, writing was pretty smart. A few of the balloon placements were a little weird, but they were learning. And the art was amazing, especially for a Golden Age book.
For a Golden Age book, it had really good art.
Yeah.
Shadowpunk agrees. Still really cool art.
Yeah, it was very cool art. Very, very cool art. I enjoyed it. But all right. Well, I'll have to get you a book for next week, man, as I have not had a chance to pick anything out. Like I said, I'm about to pass out. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning and been going all day.
I've been trying to wonder whether you got the hiccups or the dog keeps barking.
Oh, that's me. I got to get up and get me something to drink.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week with Thomas the Wonder Dog and his barking hiccups.
You can go to heck.
Thanks for me out.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good night.